So, there are news reports regularly that artificial intelligence is being used to significantly aid the military efforts and the new age weaponry of various leading AI nations. The latest set of news has emerged from China about how China has used the way animals behave in nature against predators and even the predators themselves, and using that to train the AI to monitor and guide its weapons. So that means a new age of AI assisted, AI guided, AI moderated weaponry seems to be arriving, and that is exactly what we will assess today. I have taken this under the headline of AI and the future of mankind because the way we, humanity, uses AI for our defense purposes is going to substantially alter geopolitics and the very value of human life, moral hazard, and all that. That is the topic for today, China's AI powered weaponry. I hope you'll watch the whole thing till the end, give your views in the comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel, like, and share. Let's dive deep into it. So, news reports that attracted my attention: China's AI powered weaponry. And before I dive into it, a quick reminder: we have fantastic membership levels on our Billion Hopes channel. Just click the join button, explore the options, and go ahead and join. You'll find something amazing there. Thank you so much. The various ideas that we are now witnessing pertain to China and AI controlled weaponry, AI swarms, and the general concept of AI in defense. It seems that the season for AI in defense has truly arrived, and some very major Western companies are pushing it. And the state backed efforts in China, led by the Communist Party, of course, are also adding a lot of ammunition to this entire debate. We will dive into this and see what it means for the future of humanity because literally our lives will be at stake here. See, there are three aspects I'll touch upon first. The very first is the operational side of it. There is no doubt that the states and the private companies that are pushing AI in defense, from a purely operational perspective, the speed, scale, and coordination improve a lot because you can have swarm strikes, smart targeting, self learning systems. No human being individually, no experienced commander even can match this. Traditional defenses can be overwhelmed rather fast. And as we know, the basic calling card of AI is pattern recognition. In terms of deep neural networks, pattern recognition at scale. And so mapping the enemy terrain, which could be mapped earlier using satellites and then fed into the AI systems for better training, sensor fusion, real time optimization, all this makes it extremely good for surveillance, reconnaissance, and complex battlefield coordination. So, this is the first aspect. This is what is making it very attractive for nation states. What happens in the next 5 years, the next 10 years? One thing is for sure: the technical aspects of this will be resolved to a great extent of efficiency. But the future of AI in defense will be governed by norms, governance norms, moral codes of conduct, and some international treaties that may evolve around this entire topic. Because it is a topic of great import for everyone. Entire wars, battles can be won or lost with it. So I think something will emerge on a global scale as well. The risk of escalation are immense. Unintended conflicts can grow, accidents can grow, and so governance norms are bound to arrive. International agreements are the only way to guarantee future stability in this. So, this is the second aspect of it. And the third and final aspect, which makes AI in defense fearsome and actually scary, is the moral hazard. The guy who is actually running the show, the commander who is commanding a whole swarm, is sitting thousands of miles away or hundreds of miles away. And literally, he's playing with a joystick, a video game, and real human beings are dying on the field. So, this means that the extent of disconnect between the human beings controlling the violence and the human beings on which the violence is being inflicted has never been greater than it will be in an AI defense dominated world. So, this moral hazard lowers the human cost of initiating and sustaining conflict. The commander doesn't think about it. He doesn't worry about his own life because he's very safe 500 kilometers away in a reinforced concrete bunker somewhere. And that means autonomy or semi autonomy actually takes away the human angle completely. So the distance between human judgment and lethal action increases very, very rapidly. And so over time, we may simply end up normalizing such AI violence, which could be extremely bad. Because those who are victims today can turn the tables tomorrow with the spirit of vengeance with a better system. The circle of time never stops. Those who are very powerful today may simply collapse tomorrow. And when that happens, those who are vulnerable today may exact a revenge to an extent unknown to mankind. And that's not a good prospect for anyone. So, when you dig deep into China and its AI controlled weaponry, you find that there are four things happening. In fact, many more, but for our purpose, these four should more or less serve. See, the very first thing that I found out was nature inspired tactics, AI learning from animal behavior. Then was the swarm strategy. I'll take up all the four one by one here in a moment. Autonomous system focus, and finally, the global concerns coming out of this. So, this AI era of warfare, machine driven conflict. Now, nature inspired tactics. See, in management and in other manufacturing concerns, and in robotics especially, there's a field called biomimetics. Biomimetics is that very exciting, very tantalizing field where the scientists and researchers say, look at a honeybee or look at a normal bee for that matter. They are a marvel of natural engineering. The way they can move, maneuver is absolutely worthy of emulating as far as a small robot is concerned. So, researchers have been trying to create artificial bees for a long time. And they, of course, need wires and all, so it becomes unwieldy. But nature is a huge motivator for engineering. Look at geckos, lizards, for example. The way their entire nanoscale level structures at the bottom of the paws or fingers stick and give them a massive nanotechnology advantage is what nanotech engineers and researchers are working on. So we might soon have gloves that are actually gecko-like, so you'll have real world Spider-Man. And the same thing with AI, nature-inspired tactics, which is biomimetism. So AI is learning from animal behavior, hawks, coyotes. How exactly do they track their prey, attack, improvise in real time, re-attack, and what do they do when they fail? So all these hawk behavior, coyote behavior, autonomous targeting and swarm coordination is being learned from that. Single out and destroy vulnerabilities because many of these predators actually try to find the vulnerable in a big group and attack them preferentially. So AI trained weaponry is actually being made to do the same. That sounds pretty inhuman, which it is. Wars are never human in nature. They are very inhuman. The swarm strategy. So this is something that we have already seen in the recent years. Drone swarms and robots to overwhelm the enemies. So the game is that of numbers. So instead of putting human beings into the battlefield, we are now putting, say, 1,000 drones or 500 robot dogs that will attack in a coordinated pattern. So the other guy needs to have an equal number of drones or robot dogs or whatever to be able to withstand that. And even if we have a very advanced air defense shield or some other terrestrial defense shield, there's a limit on the number of concurrently attacking objects that such shields can monitor. So either you have a huge EMP kind of a thing, electromagnetic pulse, which can make everything defunct in one shot, but then it'll hit you too because that is more or less agnostic, affects everything that comes in its way. Or you have some other way to fight these. So the wars or the battles of the future seem to be primed now for such kind of attacks. Then you have the autonomous system focus. Developing self teaching AI for drones and robots to act without direct human control. This already has been done to a substantial extent. rapid iteration, and significant patent filings from military linked universities. Across the world, military linked universities are claiming patents for a lot of these robotics development. Well, it's a very sobering truth that since 1940s, some of the best advancements in engineering and to some extent science too have arisen from military funding, especially in America, DARPA and all that. So there is no reason to believe that the future won't reflect this sobering reality of the past. A new model of efficient collaborative combat is what's being looked at here. So nations that do not invest in AI may end up being a generation behind those that do. This is exactly like with the huge advancements in BVR missiles and fighter jets. So you have the best fighter jet, but there is a BVR missile coming in, and you are a sitting duck, which has been seen in some recent conflicts. Then there are global concerns. The loss of human control over lethal force is an absolutely frightening prospect, and it has turned true now. The algorithms are all black box. So the idea behind black box is that classical machine learning algorithms can be understood. Human beings write the rules and they behave accordingly. But one section of machine learning, which is deep learning, which is artificial neural networks, which is what the world now is in the grip of, everything you see in AI is practically neural network. That GPT is nothing but a neural network. So these neural networks are huge multi-layered collection of neurons, artificial neurons, which are mathematical constructs. And how they take a certain decision, a certain call is not known. Nobody knows which neuron fired where, which clusters of neuron gathered what information and passed on. So they are called black boxes. For example, if there is a deep learning neural network that passes a certain corporate decision, and then you query it as to why this decision, there's no way anyone can explain. And so there are new fields in AI called explainability AI and all, which have come up. There are new complicated measures which have been devised to prove that no, we can explain. So that's a growing field. But for now, the point being made for the purpose of this particular video, black box algorithms in defense will literally mean that we have lost human lives and no one knows why. Wrong decisions cannot be proven or explained away. There are wonderful things we have at Billion Hopes. Please join us on this channel, subscribe it. Go ahead and check out our Insight site and our regular Billion Hopes blogs. Wonderful content there. Make sure you have subscribed to our AI for Everyone newsletter and you are on our WhatsApp channel. And of course, beautiful courses on Academy. Hundreds are studying with us. Go ahead and join the League of Winners. Beautiful courses that make a true difference to your learning. Then we come to AI swarms, nature inspired tactics, swarm strategy, autonomous system focus. Everything comes together in this. And AI learns from animal behavior, as I just said, modeling after natural predators for effective combat. So it won't remain restricted to hawks and coyotes. Leveraging mass deployment to saturate air defenses, as I just said, to create new models of efficient collaborative combat, self teaching AI. And all these are AI that learn, adapt, overwhelm the defenses. So instead of human commanders taking charge, it's a myth that human commanders can actually guide it in real time. They'll also delegate it to AI, which will then run the whole thing. So it's literally AI running an AI attack system, being defended by an AI defender system, being run by an AI under the control and command of a human being. But to be honest, it'll be a myth beyond a certain point. The human commanders will simply delegate things away. And if you ask them why a certain decision was taken, I don't think they'll be able to even explain it. So, to sum up, finally, as we come to the conclusion of our session today, I hope you enjoyed this topic and your views on this matter. We all learn from each other. The big themes that will come up in the coming years: team combat, psychological ops, sonic disruption. We saw that in Venezuela, as per some accounts, radar mapping, intelligent drones, self learning, smart targeting, swarm strike. These are all, excuse me, very regular words now. Just around 5 to 6 years ago, all this sounded partially like science fiction and definitely not something that will become a reality before 2030, but we are living in that world now. This is only going to accelerate. Global norms of governing this are extremely important now. AI in defense will combine various things that we saw today, and raising serious concerns about accountability, escalation, misinformation, and the reducing role that Homo sapiens will play in this entire thing. Whether this is the future we really want to leave for our children is a question confronting all of us. Your views in the comment thread are most welcome. Do suggest more resources that all of us can study to learn more about it. But I hope that the world will become safer after we understand the huge risks involved in handing everything over to AI systems that will be optimized to carry out maximum damage. Bad idea. So, China's AI powered weaponry related media coverage gave us an opportunity to look into some of these very deep questions that relate to the future of humanity. We'll be back with many more such videos. And let's hope that AI is put to a better future for all of us rather than total devastation. We have to confront these topics if we have to ultimately resolve them. This is Mentor Sandy bringing you AI for real impact. See you soon.